some parallels I forgot to draw between Shaye St. John and Chris Chan. Shaye St. John has a video called 24/7 where she is on the internet 24/7 and she is driven basically to insanity, even though she is already insane. The internet basically fuels her insanity in a sense. Okay, Chris Chan has been on the internet. He's basically a product of the internet. He's a product of fame and the unrealistic expectations of the internet, as well as, trolling and becoming an insane shell of himself. Chris Chan has a fake image of himself, and so does Shaye St. John. Shaye St. John her backstory, I think, is that either she got ran over by a train or she got in some kind of car crash or something like that. And Chris Chan is the train wreck of the internet. So they both have delusions of beauty, and both of them are train wrecks. Shaye St. John is played by a male actor. Chris Chan is a male who thinks he's a woman. Shaye St. John, her name is Shaye St. John. She's got a name that sounds saintly, even though she's a maniac. Chris Chan thinks that he is Jesus, even though he's not. So that's another parallel. Chris Chan has a squeaky voice, like in the, Shaye St. John. Are you doing that hand thing? And the one where she goes 24/7, 24/7, right? Sort of Mickey Mouse sounding effect. She has that voice, and so does Chris Chan. Chris Chan has been on the internet since the early 2000s, and Shaye St. John, I'm pretty sure, came onto the internet in the early 2000s. It's just interesting parallels here. There's a lot of parallels there. I don't know if it's any of it's true, but I'm telling you, man, Chris Chan, Weston Chandler, and Shaye St. John. I'm gonna have to look into Shaye St. John's delusions, watch the videos again, see if I can find any more parallels. Shaye St. John has imaginary friends, and so does Chris Chan. Chris Chan has an imaginary way he thinks he looks. And Shaye St. John uses mannequin parts to create the illusion of beauty. And they're both insane. There are depictions of Shaye St. John that appear to have bluish looking eyes. And Chris Chan also has blue eyes. Shaye St. John, there's a video where Shaye St. John does a house tour. Chris Chan also does a house tour. Apparently. Maybe that's a different Shaye St. John. I just saw that just now. Wild stuff, man. Shaye St. John, makes wacky, weird videos, just like Chris. I'm gonna have to prove. I got a lot of proving to do. I got a lot of discovering to do. She's got weird parallels to Chris. that I'm gonna have to see if any of them hold any water.